everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Graphics Card Nightmares with your boy JJ right here on JJ's PC Builds. So we're going to get this B-roll going, so don't go anywhere. Don't touch your dial. We got more for you right here on Graphics Card Nightmares. And welcome back. Before we get started, make sure if this is your first time here, make sure you like the videos. Not like the videos. Make sure you subscribe first. Watch the video, and if you really like the video, put a like on it. Put a positive like on it. It would be much appreciated. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I want to welcome all the new subscribers we got to the family. Welcome to the JJ's PC Builds family. We're good to see you here. And as we go on, just to let you know, the testing for the 6500 XT, which I got in the last couple of videos, that will continue. This is going to be a different video from that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the abyss of AMD and all what the problems are and so on. So we're going to look at the pricing. We're going to see what, stick to the end, because I'll give you my conclusions, of what I think, and we'll go from there. But anyway, let's get to it. I'm just going to go ahead and flip over to the next one, and there we go. I already got it set up for you. All right. Now, we're looking at the AMD RX 7900 XTX, $1,500. Okay, now if I remember right, the MSRP was supposed to be $999. So you're going to tell me that this $999 card gets an additional $500 tacked onto it? Really? And this looks like to me, this looks like a Founders Edition card. What I think is happening with these pricings, that, if you go to like AMD's website, they'll direct you to where you can get that one card for $999. You're still going to pay a little tax on it, so about $1,100-$1,200 after taxes. But $1,500 for this card, and now they're saying that it's got overheating issues and everything else. I really don't think that's going to be, what I'm going to be. I mean, I love AMD's products and everything else, but when you start hearing little horror stories, just like nvidia, you start to hear little horror stories about them too, and now you're hearing little horror stories about AMD. You hear little horror stories about Intel, the Intel Arc, and it just, to me, I think it's nothing but fear mongering. Okay, truthfully, I think it's a bunch of fear mongering. And if you don't like it, then you don't have to watch this video. Just to let you know. But I'm telling you the nightmares of this all, because the nightmare is this. When you spend $1,500 for a card, $1,500. I mean, geez, the RTX 4090 is $1,600, but guess what? There's another nightmare there in itself. because the MSRP is like at 1,600, but they're charging, many people are charging between 21 and 2,500, for that card. And it just seems like it's ridiculous. I mean, you're gonna give away, you know, basically you want people to pay for the two mortgages on their house just to buy a graphics card. For $1,500, I could build a whole brand new damn PC for $1,500. You know, it's just ridiculous. Like this card right here, the RX 6700 XT. Okay, $635. I mean, really? When the 6500 XT, which I just got into my PC, was at $200. But you know what's bad about this card? That I just realized that back when it first came out, the MSRP was $200. So basically, I paid for what the card is at MSRP, the 6500 XT. Finding that out, I mean, that's not, it breaks you even, but, And then they tell you, well, you can't do any video editing and everything else on the 6500 XT. Well, guess what? Bullshit. I edit all my videos right here, even with the 6500 XT. I even edited every video that I've made for my channel on the iGPU that I had on here, and it's the Ryzen 5 5600G. So, you know what? If you're that impatient and you can't, wait a little bit of time for it to complete the video, then obviously you need to, get a deep pocket or two and build one that just moves in lightning speed. Okay, I'm not worried about moving in lightning speed because my videos, they, when I edit them and I finish them and I reload them, takes me no longer than 1 hour. 1 hour total time to make one video. For the editing and everything else. 1 hour. That's fine with me. I can deal with that. I mean, that's not a problem. But when you tell somebody you cannot, well, what? Because it don't have the AVX1 or, I don't need that. What do I need that for? I mean, nothing's changing from now and the next 5 years. So, when it does, AVX1 does come out, okay, the new, formatting and stuff like that comes out, you're still going to have the 254 encoding, the H254 encoding. You're still going to have the encoding and the decoding, to do with the H254. But if you do the AVX1 or whatever it's called, that's a different story. Because, people are looking at, 4K video editing and stuff like that. I'm doing everything in 1080p. Okay, I'm not going to kid you around. All my videos are done in 1080p, and it is what it is. Okay, I'm not in no rush. My videos come out just fine. So, why do I need to get something that's, the price of a whole computer when I have just as good what I have here now? I mean, it'll last me, I imagine it's going to last me about 4 or 5 years, and that's going to be good for me. And let's continue with the saga of this. Anyway, you heard my opinion on that. We're going to keep moving on. I don't do the Radeon Pros because I don't do the Fire Pro because I went and got a Fire Pro one time, And what happened was it was not from AMD. It was refurbished from a different company. They used their own drivers and everything else. And then after 5 days, right here, the FirePro crapped out. It wasn't even worth it. For look at this, $200. The V79 2 GB. Okay, I got something almost 3 times as powerful as this card here in my computer right now. So I'm happy with that. Look at this, W9100, 32 GB of GDR5. Okay, who's gonna pay $2,600? Well, the 1%ers might pay $2,600, but you got 1660, 6 GB GDR5 for $219. Okay, that doesn't seem like a good deal. If it was me, I would tell y'all the 1660, and this is not the Super, this is just the 1660. If it was the Super, it'd be a different story, but it's not. Okay, it's just the 1660 with GDDR5, not GDDR6, and it's got a 192-bit, and it's a compact one for $219. I paid $199.98 for mine with tax at Best Buy, and it's the 6500 XT. So I looked at all the benchmarks, and I beg to differ with some of the benchmarks that were done for the 6500 XT. But moving on down the road, look at this, the V59 2 GB DDR5, $50. Now that might be an okay, $50. That might be okay. That might be a deal for you. But it's renewed, so that means it's refurbished. So you get what you get, and it's PCI Express 2.1 x16. So for $50, you get what you get. And you got the 5,000. This is the 59. This is the 5,000 for 99. So this might have better for performance for you. So moving on down the road. And do remind you, this is all from Amazon's website. Okay, this is from Amazon. 6900 XT. Well, they don't reveal the price. That means they don't have it up for sale. But if you click on it, they want it for $634. It's the newest AMD Radeon, 12 GB GDR6, AliFlex HDMI. Well, it looks like, now look at this, GPU boost frequency up to 2250. Okay, game frequency up to 2015. Okay, so it's got 16 GB of VRAM. It gets 16 gigabits per second. Is there anything special about that card? No. It's got 2 ports. It's got a display port and an HDMI. 2 ports. That's all it's got. And the only difference between mine and that is the amount of VRAM. But pretty much everything else on that card is about pretty much the same as the 6500 XT. So, I mean, look at this, 6800 XT for $879. I mean, and you can get the 6900 for cheaper than the 68. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, the RX 550, look at this. Ridiculous. I mean, I'm sorry, when you buy graphics cards, right? And it looks like it looks like that's it. You know, for what they have for AMD, the in the 7000 series. Okay, now look, this is it. This is all they got for the 7000 series. Okay, so now we plug in and we move over to let's just do an overall. See, they got this crappy card right here, the 550 for 139 bucks. They got the 1650. Everybody's raving about the 1650 for 179 bucks. Okay, the 6500 XT will beat the 1650. So, for 20 bucks more, it's well worth getting this the one I got, the 6500 XT. 6600 is 249, so that's about 50 bucks more than what I paid for this one. So this is $50 up MSRP. It all depends. I mean, the only difference is that, you know, when it comes down to the gaming, this has got 8 gigabytes and mine's got 4 gigabytes. I'm not complaining. I'm happy with the 4 gigabyte version. See, 65 XT's got, you know, right here. I mean, 183 bucks. And you get 2 games included with the purchase. So, I have to look into it. I think I got the same deal where I got 2 games with the purchase. And this is the same exact card I got in my computer right now. I still think this is a better deal. As $200 was the MSRP, and this is below MSRP, so it's well worth it. 6400, no, I wouldn't get the 6400. It's that right there is just no. I wouldn't get that. And you know, they even got another 6500 for $169. That's Power Color. Power Color brought it down to $169. And if you get the used versions, you can get it down to $146. So, you know, I mean, but if you get it new, $169, you get 2 games with the purchase. You know, it looks like a good deal. I mean, but, you know, the 6700 XT core, I mean, it's almost $399. You're not really saving that much, but they even got 1660 for $219. That's not a deal. That would give me a headache thinking about it. I mean, this has got, and the only reason I really wouldn't have got the RX 550 is because it's got PCI Express 3.0 X8. Okay, mine has got PCI Express 4.0 X4, but it still will outweigh the 550, I think. Some stats show that it doesn't, but in my stats, from what I've seen compared, this card outweighs it any day. So it's definitely a good card so far. I still got more testing I got to do on mine, but you know, it's well worth what I got it for. Now they got the RX 580. Now this one, it's got GDR5, PCI Express 3.0. If you're looking for a budget card, this could be a budget card for you. $114, $115, that's a deal. 6750, 449, 450. I could say that could be a deal. That could be a deal. But depends on if you want to spend $450. unless you get the 6650 XT for $340. But you gotta weigh what the deal is between these two. What's more expensive, what's less expensive, what do you got to spend? Do you got a lot to spend, or do you got a little to spend? It all depends on what's in your pocket. That's basically, when you buy these will be at brand new prices, so depends on what you want to buy it for. What kind of gaming do you really want to get out of it? So make sure you buy the right card and not buy the wrong card, because that's what I did when a while back I went and bought me a 4 GB card. It was an nvidia card, which I thought it was a true nvidia card. I looked at the GPU die, and on the website it shows to be a true GPU die, but it seems like it was a refurbished. And it wasn't brand new, I can tell you that much. It was like a refurbished. I mean, I myself, I will not do refurbished ever again. It's nothing but a nightmare, and you're buying somebody else's, headache, and then, you got to imagine how much heat that was put to that card and everything else. I mean, you got to imagine what was done to it. So remember, when you get a mining card and you buy it used, see, you pay the used price for it and not the new price. And that's what everybody has to get their head around. One, if you're buying a used mining card, they're going to try to sell it to you for a brand new price. And if that's the case, then just go get it brand new. And the hell with buying it for a used price card. Used price cards were only supposed to be one third to one quarter of its value. And if you buy a card that's if you buy a card that's either half or 3/4 of its MSRP value used, then you might as well just buy brand new. Okay, look at the numbers when it comes to buying used and brand new. Okay, look at how many years they had the card. Look at how much usage they got out of the card, and how much wear and tear is on that card. So you break down the math, and you find out when the card was first made. Then you judge by the time, and then go by the MSRP value and divide it up into I divide it up into per month. So basically, let's say, just to first say, going back to, let's say, the 1050, right? So you go back and you look at the 1050, right? TI, and you go look and you type in launch. Launch date. And I'm sure you'll find the release date and the rumors, it's just a matter of going back through, say, so 2016, October 25th, 2016. Okay, so this is 2016 to 2022, so you got, this is late October, so you might as well say 2017. So you got 5 years and 3 months on this card. Okay, so you do 5 years and 3 months, you know, and you divide it by the price. So you figure there's 365 days in a year. Okay, so you do 365 times 5 gives you 1,825, and then you add on 90 days, gives you a total of 1,915 days. Okay, and let's say, and you divide that by 189.00. Okay, so you're looking at 10.13, well, just say about maybe, about on an average, about 10 cents, about 10 cents a day. Okay, just to say, this card is about worth about 10 cents a day for the last 5 years. Okay, so, and now this is 2022, and so that's what they're charging for the 188, 189. So it's a 1050 Ti MSRP. Let's see what we get. Let's see. I'm sure I'll find the MSRP sooner or later. And plus it's Pascal, so 9 out of 10 chances the MSRP is probably going to be close to this. So, but anyway, moving on. You get the point. You get what you're looking for. I would never buy a 1050 Ti anyway. You know, these prices right here are just ridiculous. You know, it's just plain ridiculous. I mean, $349 for a 6650. That's just plain ridiculous. I mean, the XFX Speedsters, I heard some bad things about them. I wouldn't pay that price either. So y'all see the prices here. Y'all are getting a, you know, the knack of what's going on. You know, I mean, why are the prices so up and down on each individual one? We don't know. Why is MSI's prices higher than ASUS's prices? You know, why? I mean, this is a 6950, this is 6650. I mean, why are the prices so jacked up? Why are they, you know, what are they trying to accomplish? You know, from what I'm seeing right now, and I told you all in the videos before, you know, the prices might go down in 2023 with all the new cards coming out, but do remember they might go up. And I have this feeling that they might go up even higher than they are now. You know, I look out for the consumer, the ones that, only have enough to buy what they can get. Okay? I'm showing you the prices, today's prices, and this is all real time. You see this video, it's real time. It's today's prices. It's not yesterday's prices. It's not last week's prices. It's not a price chart. It's not a price sheet. It's the actual prices from Amazon at, the 24th, which is Christmas Eve. And I just want to say to everybody, Happy Christmas Eve to you. And I'm glad to see y'all hung around with me to watch this video, see what's going on with it, because it's all nightmares to me. I can see that. I mean, this is the reason why I had to buy the 6500 XT, is because it was affordable. I mean, but these cards, are just ridiculous in the price. Even the HD 7670 should only be priced at $25, not $76, $25. That card, you got to remember, 1 gigabyte of Vcache for a card, okay, is only worth $10. Okay, 2 gigabytes of Vcache is only worth $25, depending on the year that the card was made. But these off-the-wall cards, like this one for $76. It's only DDR3, and it's only got a clock of 650 megahertz. So that means it's got to have what? Less than 400 core. Less than 400 core. And they want $76 for it? Forget it. Just like this one right here. This one here, you'll be lucky to get 100 core with this card. Even though it says it's 4 gigabytes, I bought a card from them already, and it was supposed to have a bunch of CUDA core on it, and supposed to have 384 CUDA core, and it only came with 99. I was totally upset about that card. It was ridiculous. I mean, even the RX 6600 XT should be below $300 in my opinion. Not $450. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, look at this, 6900 XT OC. Okay, $1,149.99. Okay, 6900 XT. Now they got the new 7900 XTX. Supposedly to be $999. If you got it at $999, the 7900 XTX, compared to this card, you got a better deal with the 7900 XTX compared to this card. This is just, price gouging. It's them trying to make an extra dollar off of something that, is not worth it's not worth the weight in gold. I mean, there's not enough there to be worth something. The 8 gigabyte 6600, $349. You know what? They're selling that for $239. This is like over $100+ more than what it's worth. I mean, really. Hmm. 6700 XT OC, $688.30. Not worth it. 6400 64-bit. Okay. It could be a good gaming card. Now, don't get me wrong. It could be a good gaming card far as video editing. It could be or it couldn't be. But for 150 bucks, okay, that's not too bad. You know, it's a low entry gaming card. It'll work for you if you're playing light gaming. You know, I don't think it's good for AAA gaming, but that's just my opinion. You know, they got the 3090 here. Hey, come on, really? 1030, you know, I mean, RX 550, they say video card 6000 megahertz. That's what throws everybody off. This right here is another example of a nightmare. Okay, you mean that this card only does up to 6,000 megabits per second, not megahertz, megabits per second. Okay, it's DDR5 and it's got 128-bit bus. It's not worth it. Right here, 6800 XT, 879 bucks. But you know, anyway, you all get the picture. I mean, there's some really nasty cards out there. You know, I mean, there's cards out there that are just not worth it. I mean, especially this time of the year, and with the new cards that are coming out, I want to see what kind of prices these new cards are going to have. But this is the conclusion, my thoughts to the ending of this video. My thought is this: if you pay over $200 to $300 for a video card, you might get a great card. Not the best in the world, but something that's manageable for your budget. A $200 to $300 card, brand new. But if you get it used, you can get it between, if you get it half that price used, or a quarter of that price used, understand that it might be worth it, because you're only, used cards might last you 6 months, might last you a year. Okay, new cards might last you a year to 4 years. So depending on how you treat your cards, depending on, you make sure it runs correctly or anything else, it all depends on you, on how you take care of the card and make it run correctly. Okay, it's not everybody else. Not everybody else is going to hold your hand and tell you how to do these cards. You got to be the one that does these cards. But we are right here to the end of the video. So make sure you subscribe. It would be much appreciated. Join the family. Become a part of JJ's PC Builds. Watch the videos from beginning to end. Would be much appreciated. Will give us watch hours that we need to unlock everything for YouTube. So that way everything goes into monetization. So what we're working towards is monetization. But on the other hand, I want to say happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody. From my family to yours, right here on JJ's PC Builds. You all have a fine day and stay safe and try not to drink and drive. Just going to put that out there so that way, we care. So just to let you know that. But anyway, y'all have a good one. And until the next time in the next video, we will see you then.
you.